everybody. Welcome to our spotlight training. We got the red, white, and blues tonight. We're talking about political voiceovers. Oh my goodness. Yes, the political season is upon us, and one is coming up next year like the likes of we've never seen before. But you know what? That is really good for voice actors, as you're going to hear tonight. So I just want to welcome all of you. Thank you so much for coming, sharing your time with us. Hello to my great voice colleagues, Deborah in Los Angeles and Donna in Magnolia, Texas at the support desk. Hi there, Donna. Finding the unmute. Okay. Well, listen, it's all about how to be a voiceover in political ads. I mean, you know what they are. I don't even need to go into that. But I do want to remind you to please turn your phone off so you are not distracted by anything and you can give us your undivided attention this evening. So you're going to learn all about, first of all, what political ads are, how to be a voice for them, even if you are brand spanking new. And as we always ask, if this is your first spotlight training with us, would you be kind enough to come into the chat and type, "That's me," so we can welcome you. Y'all, if you've never been here before, Ray Myra, hi there. Welcome, Ray. And Victoria and Anita.
And Allison.
Allison also. Good. Carol.
Oh,
Hi, Carol. Welcome. Phyllis. So good to see all of you tonight. It's great. So look, this is for you. If the performance part of learning voiceover might be making you a little nervous, even though it's supposed to be fun, and you're wondering about which niche is right for you, well, not to worry. We have cured the worst cases of microphone fright, and we have certainly helped thousands of people get started, haven't we, Donna?
easily, easily
Yes,
thousands.
easily. We lost
Yeah,
count a long time ago.
long time.
So, and if you're a new beginner, you know what? You actually have an advantage in the niche I'm about to tell you about, which is political voiceovers. Because, well, you'll see in a minute why beginners have an edge here, but you still need a proven way to get your foot in the door, and you'll discover that tonight. So about me, because there's some new people on here. I'm a full-time voice talent. I am the signature voice of Citibank. I was the voice of AT&T for many years, and I do all kinds of voiceovers, including political spots, which you'll hear. I brought a sample to play for you tonight. But I came from a radio background. I was on the air for 15 years. When I ended my career, I was on the Howard Stern show. I was his traffic reporter and a cast member on the show. But I have done voiceovers professionally for over 30 years, and I founded greatvoice.com to help you. And as I was saying, we have literally launched thousands of successful careers in all the years we've been coaching people and teaching them how to do this. So you have my book, which is Voiceover Secrets Exposed. And I also wrote Speak to Influence, How to Unlock the Hidden Power of Your Voice. And I've been featured in major media like the New York Times, CNBC, and ABC News. Now, we have a podcast. It's already in season 3. It's the Great Voice Company podcast. And this is not just us talking about us. We work with 2 community members in every, that's you guys, in every episode. And what I do is I coach my special guest, one of you, through a piece of copy. So it's like a master class. I spend like 20 minutes with the person, really perfecting a script. So when you listen into the Great Voice podcast, you're getting a free masterclass, a free lesson, and all kinds of other cool stuff related to getting started in voiceover. So I really want to encourage you to subscribe. It's free, of course. It's available anywhere you like your podcasts. Apple, Spotify, I mean anywhere. It's everywhere. So just a quick reminder to do that. Now, tonight, though, you are going to discover about political voiceover, what those scripts can sound like, from warm and hopeful to fiery and sarcastic and attack ads for the whole thing. How to break into this niche, whether you're working locally or aiming for national campaigns, the unique demands of this niche, and how to know if it's a good fit for you, how to get started and find real paid political voiceover jobs, and whether or when you'll even need to choose a side, and how to navigate that whole thing with confidence. So this niche is for you if you want to explore an in-demand way to break into the voiceover business and play the part of a typical American voter, which you already are. I hope you vote. And you're certainly a typical American, or atypical, as all of us are. But, you're really this is the one niche where you're not being other than yourself. And you can even showcase your unique hometown advantage. This is a niche where they welcome regionalisms. So if you're from Texas, they want you for political ads in the great state of Texas. You're not going to come up to New York and do voiceovers in the political niche. They want you to have that regional accent for local races. And you can also be the voice of voters just like you. Seniors, workers, business people, diverse populations, anybody and everyone. You've heard the ads. They use people that sound real. And that's why I say you, as a brand new voice actor, actually have an advantage over seasoned pros, because you just show up as you are. Well, I mean, of course, you need to have a little skill to learn how to do this properly, but your voice, the way it is right now, is actually an advantage over someone who might be a seasoned pro. And you can potentially tap into the lucrative niche with lots of seasonal repeat business August through November. And like I said a moment ago, we are coming into perhaps the biggest political advertising season ever, not in 2025, but in the 2026, 2025 is already, most of those spots have already been cast, but for 26, hooey, hold on to your ballot. So your timing is perfect. Like I'm saying, they are predicting that political ad spending for the 2026 midterms is expected to reach a record $10.8 billion. It's the most expensive midterm cycle coming up in U.S. history, which means tons and tons of ads. Whoops, I just stopped sharing. Why did I?
Nope, still see you.
You
I
still
think
see
you
me?
clicked,
Okay.
you clicked on the tab at the
I
top.
clicked on all the folks, so I'm seeing all
Yeah.
the folks. Okay, let's do that. All righty. So now look, there's thousands of opportunities now. All those spots, $10 billion worth of spots, need to be voiced. And why not you? And it's not just for the political campaigns, but there are political action committees, which are known as PACs, activist groups, nonprofits. They all run paid campaigns too. And not just during the political season, throughout the year. Each one is looking for believable voices to bring their message to life. And if you sound like someone voters can relate to, man, they are going to eat you up and you will get repeat business. So I want to play you a spot I did for Dean Phillips. He obviously didn't make it into the election, but he tried. So right before the New Hampshire primaries for the 24 presidential campaign, he's a congressman, I think from Minnesota, but I want to play you the ad that I voiced for him. And you're going to hear this. And I have no particular affiliation with Dean Phillips. I was booked through someone affiliated with the Political Action Campaign. But when you listen to this, you're going to say, my Susan sounds like she's speaking quickly. They sped me up artificially, so I did not record this quickly, but I'm going to play you this ad right now. This is an actual political ad that ran all over New Hampshire for that primary.
Offense, but as a New Hampshireite, did you?
Wait a minute, here we go.
No offense, but as a New Hampshireite, did you know that if the election were held today, Joe Biden would absolutely lose to Donald Trump? According to the latest polls, Biden is losing in 5 of 6 swing states, and his popularity has been on a downward spiral. It doesn't look good. We deserve better than another Trump presidency, and that's exactly why Dean Phillips is running for president. He's our best shot at beating Donald Trump. Dean Phillips is a third-term Democratic congressman from Minnesota, a successful businessman who lost his father in Vietnam. Dean was taught early on known to work hard and to always share success. By defeating a six-term incumbent in 2018, Dean became the first Democrat elected in Minnesota's 3rd District in 58 years. This year, he announced his candidacy for president to meet the threat of Donald Trump. Dean's looking to bring real change to Washington, starting with term limits for Congress. Dean wants to give Americans the same tax breaks corporations have been enjoying for years. And unlike Joe Biden, Dean Phillips has a chance to win. Let's elect Dean Phillips because we deserve better. This message was paid for by We Deserve Better, Inc.
Okay, that's a political ad. An actual political ad that I did, and no comment at all on political, it's just an ad that I did, right? So we'll talk in a minute also about what do you do if you don't agree with a politician or anything like that. But so let's see in the chat. I could kind of tell it's you from certain inflections. Thanks, Jabari. Yep, that was me. All right. So how do you get these jobs? Well, first of all, like I said, this particular one, I had a friend that was involved with the Political Action Committee. So that's how I got this one through networking. But they are on, and don't forget, I mean, that was a national, that was for for New Hampshire, for the presidential race, potentially. But think of all the local politicians, all the regional politicians, all the state politicians that are running, right? And they all have advertising that runs locally, regionally, and even nationally. So a lot of those jobs are cast on the pay-to-play subscription services like Voice 123, VO Planet, Voices.com, etc. Even on Fiverr, a lot of these jobs are there. That's the freelance site. Auditions through talent agents, and networking like I did through political media firms, production companies, and political consultants. And best place to do networking is on LinkedIn. And build long-term relationships. So let's say, so a lot of people feel really strongly about a particular political cause or, one side or the other of an aisle. And they align themselves with local politicians and political parties. And if that's you, you get involved. And maybe you can end up being the voice of a candidate that you really believe in. So this particular niche has some unique demands. Number one, the spots require quick turnaround. Once a political race gets going, man, it is fast moving. They're rebuttals. It's just, it's a busy season for actors, voice actors who are doing political ads. You need to be readily available during the political season, which is between August and November. You absolutely need a broadcast quality studio, but that's no different from any other area of voiceover. And we train you to do that in our Voiceover 101, our home studio masterclass. The sessions are all directed usually. So for that one, I had the producer, we weren't even on, his voice was actually in my cell phone. I'm in my studio and I could hear him in my ear and he could hear me and he would direct me as I went through that session. And there are different types of political ads. There are the attack ads, which that one I just did was not, but I have done them, where you're being really snarky against another politician. There are calls to patriotism, to pride, to dignity, a better future. That was kind of like the style of the Dean Phillips ad that you just heard. And there are warnings. Well, there's also a warning for a scary future. There are angry voters. You play the part of angry voters. They're going to take away your Medicare benefits, like that. I can't believe it. He wants to do that. And there are announcers as well. So all these different styles. And in a little while, I'm going to tell you about a really exciting training we have coming up to help you. So warm Americana, dry sarcasm is another voice type. The claws out, vicious on the attack. And I've done spots like that. And they said to me, be meaner, be nastier was the direction I got. Sure, I'm an actor, no problem. You could be an outraged voter with stunned outrage, play the part of a vulnerable senior, a worker, an outraged parent. All of those are in political ads. And all of the above with identifiable regional accents, as I was saying earlier. So, the campaign is in a region. They're going to want voices that reflect that region of the United States, even if you don't live there. But if you happen to have an authentic accent of that region, a regionalism, it's a plus for you. And there are male and female announcers. So I'd say we women get maybe at least 50% of the work. You know, they believe now, maybe more, I don't know if more women vote or not. I should look that up. But both male and female voices are strongly welcome. And why it's smart to plant your flag with political ads? Well, if you meet local politicians or regional politicians on the ground floor when they're running, if they take off, you could potentially go with them as they do more and more ads, as the political season heats up. If you start to work locally and regionally in politics, you get used to working with producers at the local level on actual projects. You can discover a new creative outlet for your voice and build your voiceover portfolio doing political ads.